And now, News 4's Weather Extra.
Welcome into Weather Extra on this Monday evening. Meteorologist Ryan Duggar along my side. We were here last week talking about the snow potential for this week. It's the night before. It's like Christmas Eve.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
It is really unbelievable. We've been looking at all the projections and the models and seeing this turn out to possibly be historic snowfall for this far south.
It's incredible.
It's like, I feel like I'm in a dream. I feel like I'm in a dream.
Yeah, and I've gone through some snow numbers over the last couple days, and the storms in the past have really varied, even in the Wiregrass. Some areas several inches, some areas next to nothing, but this one very widespread, Texas to the Carolinas, including, of course, here in the Wiregrass. Let's take a look back at some of those historic snow totals in the Wiregrass with meteorologist Zach Webster.
It is looking very, very likely that Tuesday will be a snowy day for us here in Dothan. Let's go back and take a look at every other time we've seen snow here in Dothan. Only 6 times on record have we seen measurable snowfall in Dothan. The most recent of those was on January 17th, 2018, where we saw 2/10 of an inch of snow. The most snow we have seen in an individual day has happened 3 times, February 12th, 2010, March 13th, 1993, and January 31st, 1977, where we saw 2 inches of snow. And again, with that snow looking to be pretty likely on Tuesday, it looks like we will add snow event number 7 to this list.
Impressive totals. Those records go back to 1965 in Dothan. Again, some of those storms in the past had higher totals around Dothan, not officially at the airport. All right, let's dig into some of these snow numbers. I showed you a couple. Let's take a look at some more as we go through time. The snow breaking out to the west of us, moving on eastward and coming into our area tomorrow afternoon. This is a look at the GFS ensembles. Several different models here put together into one. And what's interesting is the higher totals will be southward in the Panhandle, 3.5 there, Mariana, about 3 in Dothan, lesser amounts areas north. Every model varies a little bit. This is the European model, but generally thinking 1 to 4 inches. As we go through tomorrow, another model here, the Canadian GEM model, showing again higher snow totals in the Panhandle, generally 1 to 4 inches with some upside potential. And then here's the graph model. This is showing anywhere from about 2 inches to 5 inches. And this is interesting. It's an outlier. It is a little more robust than the other models, but remember 2 weeks ago, that snow in North Alabama, the model that did probably the best? This one right here.
Yeah, that one. And I mean, we've seen this for, we usually look at the graph for, our severe events, rain events, and a lot of the time it can be on the right side.
Absolutely.
So definitely best not to discount these snowfall totals right now.
I put together that confidence level graphic. Maybe I have it up here. Let me show you this real quick. The frostiometer, I have that at 9.5, indicating high likelihood of accumulating snow tomorrow. And then I have my David cast. So I'm kind of putting my accumulation probabilities on here. Under an inch, probably not going to happen. The most likely scenario, 1 to 3. 3 to 5 could definitely happen. Over 5 inches could certainly happen as well. 1 to 3, the band there, but hey, it's a snow event. The totals could go higher.
I was about to say, and I'm already grabbing my sticks and carrots as we speak, because these are going to be pretty cool to see if they do.
Absolutely incredible. We have much more to cover on this historic winter storm coming up next.
And now, News 4's Weather Extra.
Welcome back to Weather Extra. My daughter this weekend, my older daughter, she was saying, Dad, how does this happen? Why is it going to snow? And I thought, you know what? We see it all the time. We kind of know how it works.
Right.
Maybe you don't know how it works. Maybe you're wondering, how does this happen this time of year, this far south?
Yeah, and when we've been watching this setup too, really the consistency of how the atmosphere has placed itself to allow for this, the consistency has been there, so that's why we're seeing this now.
Yeah, the key ingredient, the cold air. The cold air is coming in from the north, all right, so that's very important. There's some upper level energy kind of kicking its way southward through the Rockies towards the Gulf of Mexico. That is producing low pressure in the western Gulf of Mexico, or Gulf of America, I guess it's going to. As we go through time, that will be moving eastward. That moisture gets thrown northward into that cold air, and boom, you've got snow setting up from Texas all the way to the Carolinas. When you kind of map it out like that, like a football play, and it works, it's like, that's so easy. Why doesn't it happen all the time and work all the time? It just doesn't. But sometimes it all comes together and is perfect for snow, and that's the setup. But the problem is, on the backside, this cold air, Tuesday morning, lows in the 20s, but I'm a little concerned, Ryan, that even 18 is too conservative. I've got 16 in that forecast for Wednesday morning. If we get, say, 4 or 5 inches of snow, we could be lower teens.
Yeah, that snow can be pretty powerful to allow for cooling at the surface very efficiently, and we got those clear skies that will likely be in place, so I agree with you there.
Tuesday night, cold. Wednesday night, cold. That's Thursday morning, upper teens to lower 20s, even into the weekend. That's Friday morning 20s, Saturday morning 20s, and probably even Sunday morning, looking at low temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s. One piece of advice, if you are on an electric cooperative, make sure you limit your use of energy-hungry appliances during the hours of 6 to 9 a.m. over the coming mornings. I'm talking the washing machine, the dryer, the dishwasher, different appliances that you can put off and do some other time during the day. It will help lower your cost, help lower the cost of everybody else, and help keep that grid up. We don't want rolling blackouts because of too much demand on the system. Some other tips as a native of a cold weather area, when you're driving, and this is for you as well.
Yes.
Slow down.
Please.
A little grippier to have snow compared to freezing rain, that's good, but your vehicle does not respond the same as you approach intersections, so use caution.
And for those nights that we're going to be dipping back down to those freezing levels, that snow that slowly melts can freeze over those roads. So that's something to take through much of this week as we see those nights.
Black ice will be an issue. Drip those faucets as we go towards the middle of the week as well to prevent freezing, because the duration of the cold air at night is going to be impressive. We barely get above freezing on Wednesday, for example. It's coming. It's a day away. Again, it's like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or the snow day is tomorrow. We'll cover it in full detail here on News 4. Good night.